Oh.
Gregory Madden. What is that?
It's me, Gregory Madden.
It's you. And we are taking ourselves to Hogwarts today.
Look where we at.
Now, Gregory Madden, name befitting of a wizard.
Thank
Come
you.
with me as we pontificate our journeys
What does pontificate mean?
into the wizarding world. However, we shall delve deep into the strange magics of this land.
The strange magics.
And sing to the angels above.
We sing it.
For the devils
Who told you
below.
we singing?
As we drive ourselves into
Why are you trying to sound
world
or
of Harry.
Hi.
First, we're gonna figure out what houses we belong to. But I want to learn about the house. So first, we're gonna talk about what houses we think we should belong to. So I have here, because I don't know what the houses really mean, honestly, and so I have here some learning to do.
You just used the reducto spell. Actually, you didn't, but you know.
Yeah. Expecto reducto.
Expecto reducto.
So, well, you give me your thoughts, and then I'll read through these. What's Gryffindor?
So, the thing is that when it comes to the houses, a lot of it is based off of, personality and character of person, things like that. Gryffindor typically partakes in the acts of being brave. So, they're more of like the strong-willed, and they're like doers, even if it's like on an irrational standpoint, right?
This
Hufflepuff.
is kind of sounding like me.
Yeah.
Right. Hold on. Wait, don't go to Hufflepuff yet, because I'm just going to go through. Okay, Gryffindor house, head of the house, Professor Minerva McGonagall.
What were you going to say? McGonagall?
Red and gold. Okay. Oh, so that's the house of the three.
Yeah.
Okay, Gryffindor is arguably the most focused on house in the Harry Potter series and gets the most page time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. Harry Potter's in it. Oh.
There are surprisingly few people sorted into Gryffindor. Okay. You might belong in Gryffindor, where dwell the brave of heart. Their daring, nerve, and chivalry set Gryffindors apart. Okay. So their traits: courage. Gryffindor stays strong, and I know what courage means. Daring. Aren't reluctant to put themselves in physical danger when there's a good reason. This is sounding like me. Gryffindor's full of strong sense of.
Once you read the rest of them, you'll see why it's actually a little bit more difficult to verify.
Strong moral compass. Weaknesses: hot-headedness. I don't feel like I'm too hot-headed. Sometimes.
You sure? Oh, you got a cold hand? Warm up.
Gryffindors can sometimes react instinctively and ignore logic. Now that's something I for sure don't do, because I logic my way through everything.
Which that might be a key factor in your house placement. But keep going.
Okay, recklessness. I'm not too reckless. Arrogance. I'm definitely not. Well, I can be sometimes.
Oh, I'm not arrogant.
Okay, now going to Hufflepuff.
Okay, Hufflepuff house. They are the most they're the most, how should I put this? They're looked down upon, and not in a not in a way that's like negative, but just in a way that like they're underestimated.
Okay.
Like mostly they like I guess in the basic form it's like they're like the happiest. They're the happiest and they're like the friendliest.
Okay.
Like a lot of their like feats and the things that they've done, they keep kind of low key because they care. They are the people who care the most. They're the most like caring and friendly of
Okay.
houses. So you know, out of like all of the houses, they're the ones that are the most underrated.
Okay.
And I think that's the best definition I can put to them.
All right. Let me see what they
Mhm.
got to say about Hufflepuff.
Mhm.
Helga Hufflepuff. Professor Pomona Sprout. I've heard the name
Mhm.
Pomona, I think. Or maybe
Mhm.
there's just a
They're
place
really
I
good
grew
with
up.
plants. They're really good with
Uh,
plants and animals.
now
They're really good
that's
with plants and
something
animals.
that I'm not. The
Mhm.
Fat Friar. What the hell?
Those are ghosts. They're house ghosts. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Black and
Mhm.
yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow,
Hey,
black and
hey,
yellow.
hey. Even though this is not
I
black and
don't
yellow,
like
whatever.
that. Okay, I don't think I'm
I
Hufflepuff.
like to wear my college colors for this though. This is
Newt
cool.
Scamander.
Hmm.
Oh, I know Cedric Diggory. I think
Yeah. Do you know what happened to him?
Nymphadora Tonks.
Nymphadora Tonks.
Hufflepuffs are seen as underdogs. They're
Hmm.
dependable and reliable, relentlessly good, but rarely get the chance to take center stage.
Yeah.
Contributions to Hufflepuff across the series as a whole are undeniable. Hufflepuffs are among the
Hmm.
first to stand up and support Harry during his hunt for the final
Hmm.
Horcruxes. The best
Yeah.
Nigel Hufflepuff is a player on the team who passes the ball so that another.
Hmm.
I mean, that kind of describes me. Like I stay away from the center of attention. Like
Hmm.
here, you do it.
Hmm.
Very loyal. Okay.
Hmm.
Dedication. That's describes me as well. Honesty for sure. Maybe
Hmm.
sometimes to a fault.
Yep. Yep.
Humbleness. Okay.
Hmm.
Naivety is a weakness. They're generally optimists and are able to find the good in everything.
Hmm.
Yes
Sounds
and no.
like
Low self esteem. Okay, that doesn't really describe me.
okay.
Lack
Keep
of
going.
ambition. Yeah, that's definitely not. Okay,
Yeah.
so
And put the
Ravenclaw.
Slytherin. Yeah. Now, Ravenclaw, I actually don't know as much about, but
All right, so we can
far,
go through this together. You know, we're in wizarding school.
yeah, but from the most part, I understand that Ravenclaw are the most calculated. They're
Okay.
they're very like they're very like mentally they're thinkers. Um and
That sounds
yeah,
the closest so far.
they're thinkers and they yeah, a lot of the stuff they do is just methodical. Like they aren't as like they aren't like brave or they're not they're like careful. They're careful people. Um
Okay, so a
I think
little
that's the
yes
best,
and
yeah.
no.
That's the best way I could put it.
All right.
Mhm.
The founder, Rowena Ravenclaw. Head
Mhm.
of house, Professor Flitwick.
Phileas Flitlick. it's Flit it's Flitwick.
And there goes. That's what I said. The ghost is the
Okay.
gray lady. Okay.
Yep.
Blue and bronze. I like those
Mhm.
colors.
Mhm.
Okay. Luna
Okay.
Lovegood and Cho Chang. That sounds racist.
It's not. Maybe. I don't know.
Of all the Hogwarts houses, Ravenclaw get
You
the
have to
least amount
ask
of
to
attention.
redact it.
Many Ravenclaws are disgruntled by the fact that some characters who exemplify their primary house strengths and culture were sorted elsewhere. Despite this, Ravenclaws have a strong sense of house identity and fellowship, and there are many online communities of friendly Ravenclaws. They got the internet?
Sure. I don't remember them having internet. They typically send stuff through owls, so
yeah,
that don't make sense. But whatever.
Okay, intelligence. Sure. While all of them are not naturally intelligent, they have a strong thirst for knowledge, and this quality adds up to high level intelligence. Okay, that sounds. Curiosity. Okay,
you're wearing Ravenclaw like colors too, by the way.
That it's sounding befitting of mine self so far.
Okay, Shakespeare, like you mine self, thou art.
They're curious.
Damn page.
Ravenclaws are generally highly curious about the world around them and are constantly asking questions to expand their knowledge.
You should start like saying this in British Cockney accent.
Ravenclaws tend to be out of the box thinkers, and as such can be highly creative. Oh, I turned into like Irish there a little bit.
You sound like King Book.
This creativity affects their spell work and their way of relating to others, and also means that Ravenclaws are artistic, and have unique approaches to solving problems. Ravenclaws are highly individualistic and don't tend to follow the crowd or succumb to peer pressure. Yeah, I feel like Ravenclaw is like the closest to me so far.
Okay, but check the weaknesses.
They do what they want to do.
They do what they want to do.
This is most obviously exemplified by Luna Lovegood, who wears radish-like fruits as earrings and fiercely true to her own identity, even when people tease her for it.
Yeah.
The weaknesses, disconnection from the outside world. Because Ravenclaws tend to live inside their own heads, they can come across as vague, disconnected, or uninterested. Some are genuinely disdainful of others in the outside world, but most simply don't understand that their constant daydreaming is inappropriate in certain situations.
Yeah. And honestly, everyone kind of has qualities of all of these houses.
Like nobody can fit entirely into a box.
Right.
That's a message.
Yeah, that's really the message.
But arrogance. Ravenclaws can be arrogant about their own intelligence and use it as justification to view themselves.
Yeah, Ravenclaw. I am big brain.
Isolation. Some Ravenclaws purposely isolate themselves from others, even from their fellow Ravenclaws. This isolation can occur for innocent reasons. For example, if they want to be alone to study for an upcoming test or read a good book. But it can also be a byproduct of arrogance.
Read a good book.
They may view themselves as being better than others and may be unwilling to associate with inferiors. Oh, I forgot there was another house.
Serious.
Okay, Slytherin.
Here we are, the Slytherin house, the last house. Okay, so off the Sehatsieth. Now,
Sehatsieth.
Out the gate, Slytherin they're considered cunning. All right, they're not evil. Slytherin.
They're not evil. Slytherins get a bad name.
You know nothing.
I know everything about everything.
What do you know of Slytherin house?
I know everything. Slytherin, they got the snake.
You sounding like a Ravenclaw right now. I know everything.
Continue talking about Slytherin.
I will. Now, Slytherin house consists of a lot of, evil people who have been evil.
That's just by circumstance. It's not because of Slytherin.
Right. Now, if anything, Slytherin typically are the ones that are the most cunning. They think of ways to get out of situations that don't necessarily involve, like, you know, hard roads. Like, you know, if they can if they can, you know, get out of a certain situation, um, they use their cunning, you know, similar to Ravenclaw, but in a different way. So,
for the D&D nerds out there, it's the difference between intelligence and wisdom.
Right. Typically they butt heads a lot with Gryffindor. They're like if Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff are like opposites, but they also kind of attract. Gryffindor and Slytherin are like
because Gryffindor like heads like right into like the thick of it, and Slytherin's like, how can I manipulate the situation? I get it.
Right.
See, I know everything about Harry Potter.
Okay, but manipulation, that's a good way to put it. Like being just kind of like playing the mental game. And in some ways, you know, and in some ways that can come off as being like evil or deceiving, but a lot of it really is just about, like, you know, being clever, you know, and finding ways that, you know, don't necessarily go with the status quo of being the good guy. But again, like that, you know, it's all hearsay. And I mean, I'll tell you guys why I that's my definitions in a minute, but let's see what
let's go through it.
Allocation has to say about it.
It doesn't sound too much like me. Like, I feel like I'm smart, but not necessarily cunning. Like Salazar Slytherin.
Book smarts to street smarts. That's the
I got street smarts. Professor Severus Snape. Hey, I know Snape.
Yeah.
That's my big homie.
Snape. Now, you know what, D? I got this one. I'm going to do this in my Snape voice.
Okay.
Professor Severus Snape. Main characters: Voldemort, Tom Riddle, Draco Malfoy.
Hey, Draco. Big Draco.
Soldier Boy. And Albus Potter.
Albus Potter?
That is Harry Potter's child after the events of Harry Potter 20-something odd years later.
Oh! Patrona! This child is a Slytherin?
Yes. And he reluctantly did not want to be placed in Slytherin, but Harry said it does not matter because it's about what's in here, not what's on top of your head.
Nah, he bad.
That being said, Slytherin house is painted in an overwhelmingly negative light by redacted. Almost all the negatively portrayed characters are members of Slytherin, including a main villain, Voldemort, who is a direct descendant of the house's founder.
Oh.
Despite this, Slytherins all over the world. Okay.
Oh, yeah. My bad. His name is Slytherin, of course.
Yeah, Salazar Slytherin. All right, I'm tired of doing the Snape voice, so I'm just going to go British. Despite this, Slytherins all over the world are fighting back against their bad reputations by being
what's up, Dan the Man?
And helpful members of the Harry Potter community. Many Slytherins even enjoy the darkness of... Scroll down.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's different on... Okay.
Oh, you went too far. Their reputation and are proud of the strengths of their house. So basically... They're you know, they have a bad rap because a lot of evil people are in Slytherin, but all of them are not evil.
Right. Ambition, a trait that nearly all Slytherins have in common, is ambition. They want to be the best. The smartest in the class, the most popular in the group of friends, the boss of work. A strong drive and work ethic, they often achieve these heights too, becoming invaluable.
What? Becoming invaluable.
Cunning. Slytherins are highly intelligent, but not in the same way as Ravenclaws.
I said that.
Yeah, you said exactly that. Wow, you're looking like a Ravenclaw right now, huh?
I mean, I got brain.
Rather than seeking to expand their knowledge, Slytherins simply find ways to use their existing skills to their advantage. This makes them clever and cunning and can aid them in their quest for fame and power. Resourcefulness. Now, I do feel like I'm resourceful. Yep. Slytherins are able to make the best of any situation. They're highly adaptable and resourceful and can find ways to turn even the worst situation into their advantage. Now, that highly sounds like me. And determination. Like Hufflepuff, Slytherins are highly determined. Their determination, however, is more self-focused. They will use their strong work ethic to fulfill their ambition and advance their own position. While this may seem self-absorbed, Slytherins recognize that by focusing on self-improvement, they can become better friends and family members and be more useful to society as a whole.
Yeah.
Their weaknesses.
Their weaknesses.
Machiavellian tendencies. Oh boy.
What a definition.
The end justifies the means. Might as well be the Slytherin house motto. Slytherins will often do morally ambiguous things to achieve their goals. This can be a positive, as they're willing to get their hands dirty to get things done while members of other houses may shy away. But it can also make them seem cold and
calculating. Yeah. I mean, again, they care a lot about themselves. But that doesn't, just keep going.
Power hungry.
Okay.
Slytherins don't place any checks.
All right. Pass the Slytherin.
Or their natural ambitions. It can have disastrous consequences.
What? Disastrous
They can become obsessed with gaining power. This can cause them to be fixated on with powerful people, as in the case of Professor Slughorn.
Professor Slughorn.
These names. And
yes,
it can cause them to abandon all morality in their obsession with power and do horrific and depraved things, as seen in the case of Lord Voldemort's quest for power over the Wizarding World.
Yeah, that's some of them, not all of them.
Discrimination, they racist?
Yeah, not racist, but
the reader witnesses Slytherin attack those wizards who aren't pure blood and bully others who they perceive as being weak, even if they are pure of blood. Such in the case of Malfoy's torments of Neville. Leave Neville Longbottom?
Yeah, Neville Longbottom.
Wait, no, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Neville Longbottom. Okay. You got it.
Some Slytherins have a tendency towards arrogance and can insult and demean those who they see as being inferior.
Yeah. Basically, if they see people who are like half-bloods or muggles, they berate them like heavily. They did that a lot with
Mudblood thing?
Yeah, mudblood it's almost
it's a slur.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a slur. Like, mudblood isn't technically